All right, let's try this again. All right, y'all. Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday 13. If you haven't already, head over to bgopapparel.com. Check out the book, Why Be Average When You Can Be Great on Purpose. All right, there go Brian. I'm about to send Brian an invite. Oh, there go Brian. Just going over here again.
What's going down?
What up, bruh?
Man, chilling, you know.
That's so dark. I bet. Yes, sir.
For real.
Yeah, hold on, let me get this going here.
I do nothing for water. No, it ain't. On crib. I mean, oh man.
All right, boom. Yeah, bro. How your day going so far?
Man, I can't even complain. I'm blessed, man. Every day I wake up blessed.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What Corey them at?
Yeah, I'm hoping he tap in. Hey, you doing it on Corey time. You send Corey that invite. Corey be the heartbeat of the show and he don't even know it.
Man, for real. Because I like his questions. I like when he asks a question.
Yeah.
You know, I had to learn to be submissive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and all that is man, being able to hear somebody else out, man, humbling myself to be able to, it ain't all about me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just small stuff I had to add to my own life, man. For real.
All right, Corey. I'm finna send you the invite, Corey. All right.
What's good, fellas?
What's going on, brother?
All right. Man, what's good, man? Man, I was what's up with it, Brian? You good, bro?
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm blessed, brother. You know, woke up.
Already. So I was thinking about something, man. I was reading something the other day, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading it. It was out of my book, man. And I was kind of talking about like pretty much about like how you know what I'm saying? Y'all go check that out, man. Don't think like me, just think, go check that out. So I was reading about how you know how we was, bro. Like we gonna play on something.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to females, and then we want to try something exotic. We want to try a different culture, a different race. We want to try everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then I started thinking about how I was writing in my book how like the form of a sellout, how I see like a sellout being a sellout when he go to a white girl or when a man go to the white woman or the vice versa, go to a different race or a different culture, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like at the same time, because you gonna know, Brian, I'm gonna have to have you tap into that scripture in a minute. It's a scripture where God told somebody to go to some, I forgot who it was, and the girl that he told him to go to marry wasn't even his race. I can't remember which one it was. It's in that Bible though, man. He was like, go marry such and such, and then he went and did it because God told him to. It was a command he told him to do. So, but anyway, what I was saying was like the sellout situation, like, I don't want to, put a big stamp on it because even we was exploring when we was young. Even I got like my youngest daughter, she a mixed child, you know what I'm saying? She mixed with Mexican, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, then you have it where a lot of people say, well, Dan, you subconsciously you might hate something about your own culture, about your own self to go outside your race and deal with this type of person or whatever, you know, this culture or person or whatever, you know, but and that could be the case for some people. That could be the case for some, and some of us, like I said, we was learning. We was trying to figure out what we really needed, what matched us, what worked for us. But I feel like the real sellout to me in that situation would be the one that would downplay his culture for that other culture. You know, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, because you got some people they'll get over there and get up under that umbrella, like, okay, now I'm protected since I'm under this umbrella. Now they might not look at me like so much like I'm a nigga no more, or that might save me because I'm over here, Uncle Tom and or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So then they start dissing their own race and own culture because they with this type of race or culture. They talking down instead of standing firm on what they believe, no matter who they with. That's when I feel like the sellout come in. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good topic, but I'm a revert it to something else, right? I'm gonna revert it to self.
Okay.
I'm gonna revert it to self because you know, you don't want to put no. You just try to stay away from certain things, but I think it'd be more understanding if I put it like this: a sellout to me. For me to be a sellout, that's me going against any of my morals, anything I stand on, any of my beliefs to
There
fit
you
in
go.
with anything that's not of me.
There
You
you
know what I
go.
mean?
There you go.
So when you sell out, okay, I'm gonna use a prime example that was relevant in the streets of Killeen, right?
Right.
So when Brad Buckley was going up against Kiki Williams for the that seat on the House of Representatives, I went with Brad Buckley instead of Kiki, and it caused people to be like, man, Brian sold out his own people for stuff. But it wasn't that. It was when I stand on something, I stand on it. You know, when a person put my character, or when a person misrepresentate me in any type of manner, if they disrespect me in any manner, I
Right.
can't go with that. You know what I mean? I will never
Right.
sell
Right.
myself out. I will
Right.
never sell out who I am for nothing. And anybody that know me know I love my people. So any move I ever make, it's gonna be for those that I love, those that I, you know what I'm saying? I am for the community. I am for my people. Am I
Right.
racist? No, but I
Right.
love my people. You know, it's a big difference
Right.
between racism and prejudice. That's
Right.
not the same
Right.
thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I do
Right.
feel like I love my race to the point that it's nothing but my race. But I'm not prejudiced to say I hate this people because of their color. You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go. There
I
you go.
never
Yeah.
sell out who I am as a man for anything. You know that, and even to the point. Let's go to the Bible. You said something about God told him to meet another. I'm gonna use Jesus then. You know, when
Okay.
Jesus went to the well, a Samaritan woman came and he approached the Samaritan woman, and people was like, man, she even said, your people don't even intertwine with my people. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But
Right.
Jesus wanted to show us that the bridge, a gap that is like, man, don't let color, don't let nothing be the barrier of stopping you from who you are, who your purpose
Right.
to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Yeah.
everything that comes, every child is a gift from God. So if I have a child with a Korean, let's just say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
gift from God. So that God,
Right.
that child is a blessing. We just
Right.
have to take the color out
Exactly.
of things, because by continue to move on color, that shows how much we're still in bondage, how much
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
still in slavery.
Yeah.
You know, when you be able to just look at yourself, you know what I'm saying, and focus on yourself. I'm not gonna sell me. I know my worth, so I know what I'm gonna accept, and I know what I'm not gonna accept.
Right.
We got to
Right.
get to a point where we have boundaries. You got some people that don't want to deal with another race, not because they hate them, they just have boundaries. You know, so we
Right.
reverted from the color and just the person morals. Don't sell out yourself for nothing. You know,
There you go.
so
See, you answered that question, Brian. I like that. And that was my point of what I was just saying was like, it's basically like when I say a person selling out, that's why I say it's not who they with, because if God connect you in that person in some type of way, y'all got a good connection and y'all work for each other. Y'all work for each other. The part that come in where you sell out is when you stop standing on your morals and
yeah,
principles of
exactly.
who you are. And some people sell out their own morals and principles by who they with. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And it can't be like that. That's not how it's supposed to be. You got to stand firm no matter what. So you answered my question. I think
Yeah.
Van was going to say something.
So even let's play with the word sellout. You know,
Okay, let's go.
right? Brian said, anything going against yourself, you selling out yourself. That's one way to look at it.
Right.
Going, the word itself. So like, if I'm going lower, can I sell out if I'm going lower than where I started? I'm saying, well,
Yeah.
what the term sell out, does that
Right.
mean type of advancement versus where I'm what the state I'm originally in?
What's up, Michael? What's up with it, Mike?
I'm trying to send you the invite, Mike.
I'm listening, y'all.
Yeah, I'm go ahead, because that's a good point. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna go on where you at. I'm going. Go ahead.
So like, if I'm from wherever, right?
Right.
Inner city
Hey,
environment.
one second.
Okay.
What's up, brother?
What it do?
I say, okay, well, I don't want to be in the streets. I don't
Okay.
want to sell drugs. I want to go to college.
Wow. Come on with it, because I see where you're going with it.
Am I selling out?
But some people will say you are.
I,
But those whose mind who's not elevated to where yours is at will say you are. So yeah, that's a good. Go ahead, because I see where you're going with it.
so now we're looking at growth as a people, as in general, as whatever. But when we're talking about selling out, we're looking at growth.
Right.
You know,
Right.
do I want you to stay the same, or do I want you to do I want to hate on your growth? That is just understand. I don't want you growing. I'm gonna say you selling out.
Cain and Abel.
I don't want.
Cain and Abel.
I don't want to say, bruh, I hate you being great on purpose. So you a sell out.
Right.
I hate that you want to do something positive, and it's hard to say something hateful in a positive way. So we place it under sellout.
Right. Right.
Once you growing, bro, you sold out. Bro, you on your business shit, and you done open up shops and all this, you sold out.
Right.
You know.
Right. That's a good point, bro. So can I flip that too on some other stuff too? Because what you said was a great, awesome point right there, bro.
And I
A
got
lot of people. Matter of fact, I want Brian to tap in on that, because I know he wants. I feel like he finna backdoor that, but I want to say this though. I guarantee a lot of people probably think the way we thinking right now, and the topics that we on, and the focus we on, we some sellouts to somebody right now. I guarantee you. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
So I'm gonna paint this scenario for y'all, right? So say you facing the judge, right?
Right.
You facing the judge, and all they want from you is who the driver of the car was.
Yeah.
You can tell them who the driver of the car was, even though you're innocent, and then you'll be considered selling out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or you can stay loyal to some shit, some standards that wasn't made for anybody to stand. Loyalty is a word that we overuse, right? So, and I said that to say this. I remember when I was foolish.
Yeah.
I remember when I was foolish, you know what I'm saying? And I say I was foolish just because I was loyal to the wrong thing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing that brought positive. So when I'm facing this judge, y'all, she say, man, we know you didn't do this, we know you didn't do that. But since you want to be loyal to some street code, here go 12 years, right?
Right.
And then in the midst of that 12 years, I got to find myself. So even though it was hard, even though I felt like, man, I sold out myself because I didn't know my worth at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was blinded, but those 12 years allowed me to see life for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You have to be sold out to something, bro. Long as it didn't go against what you stand on. When you have principles and morals, and my mom taught me that when I was a young boy, y'all. I left my mom's house as a young boy. She said, if you ever get caught up in something, you never tell on nobody. You know what I'm saying? You never tell on nobody, because you don't. So it was something that was instilled in me that I've been going on my whole life. But sometimes, at times, I feel like I sold out myself. Why? Because that's 12 years I took away from my daughter. That's 12 years I took away from my mom.
So you sold them out. You
And
sold them out for a code that wasn't even really as loyal to you as you felt it should have been,
but
or we thought it should have been. Ain't no rules to this shit. So
and guess what? And
Yeah,
guess what?
popular
If
belief.
I had to do it all over again, I'd do it the same way. Why?
already, I feel
You know why? Because that's who I am as a man. I'm not
yeah,
going against my morals and my code.
yeah,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? But I don't even
right,
put myself in that situation. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Where a nigga I gotta worry about. No, I'm staying away from that. So
yeah,
I had to change my decision. I had to change the people that I grew up with, the people that I got memories out. So of
right,
course, when they see you doing better, guess what? Oh, that nigga a sellout. They see
yeah,
you, man. That nigga brought over 1,000 people to the streets of Killeen for back to the stop the violence. That nigga a
yeah,
sellout. Man, that
yeah,
nigga telling these kids to put the guns down. That nigga sell
yeah,
out. So I hear
yeah,
you. But
yes, yes,
my purpose in who God is greater than what anybody says. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Because I know who I am. You know what I mean? If
mm-hmm,
that makes
right,
sense to a lot of people.
right.
So anytime you're putting yourself in position to win, you're gonna be labeled a sellout.
You sell out, yeah, because you ain't doing what other ones doing, and they ain't
Yeah.
you reached a certain pedestal that they ain't reached yet. Sometimes people hate on you and say you're a sellout because it's something they see you doing great that they wish was in them. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rayshawn Sharif Richardson, man?
Man, that nigga said
He
fuck
said
man,
he
that
said
nigga crazy.
fuck the judge, I got a grudge.
That
But
nigga
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like, just like for example, I wanna
For
I wanna
real.
kind of tap into that what you just said too, Brian, when you said like when you was doing Stop the Violence and you brought all them people together and you was doing things of that nature. Think about it like this. Now let's think about all the violence in places like Chicago and all these different places. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When a
Yeah.
person say, man, did y'all see what happened? Then the person be like, I ain't saying shit. But it's a little 4-year-old on the ground that just got a straight bullet shot to the head.
Nah,
Are
for
you selling out
real.
because you looking out for your neighborhood and making sure these old women and these little kids ain't dying? Are you
Nah, for
selling
real.
out because you say, hey man, this
That's
motherfucker right here did it? Like, would you say that's selling out, or would you say, I mean, at that point, somebody finna get sold out, owned. So I'm
I
gonna sell
I
out
can speak on that real
this little
quick.
baby on this concrete that's dead. I'm selling out this baby by not saying on it, or am I selling out the person for the person who did? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Can I,
that's a what a weight at, what a balance at. The scale doing like this, it ain't got no
I
balance.
know.
So when can you say you not selling out and still consider it to be real? Would that be standing on your morals or principles at that time, or would that be like, nah, I ain't saying shit, I ain't saying
a
shit,
question for you. But go ahead,
huh?
Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, you can only, Brian said it so eloquently earlier as well. The balance is this, you can only sell out yourself,
Yeah,
Facts. Facts.
right,
right? But
right.
if you're evolving
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
over time,
Yeah.
right, then your morals and standards are going to evolve as
Yes.
well.
Right,
Your
So,
right,
mindset.
Oh,
so
that's
guess
right.
what?
expiration date.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain parts of, because again, the balance is this, you can only sell out yourself. So you have to understand where you are
Mm-hmm.
and where you're going,
Right, right,
right?
right.
If you do
Mhm.
something against where you are
Yeah.
and where you're going, you're
Yeah.
selling out yourself
Mhm.
first because it starts internally first. It's
Right.
esoteric, it's internally. The outward, whatever life that you're experiencing is a
Mhm.
reflection of the inside,
Yeah.
Right.
right? Now, I'm gonna watch this. Let me say this point for Brian, right? When they would build the temple, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Israel would build a temple, there was a certain process that the priests would go
Mm-hmm.
through. One of the processes that they would go through is the washing of their hands
Yeah.
in
Right.
a
Yeah.
bronze
Yeah.
laver,
Yep.
not because their hands was dirty, but because they needed to see themselves.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
Right.
See?
Facts.
Right?
Right.
Facts.
So
Facts.
again,
Facts.
if we can relate that to us being the temple,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mhm.
before we really understand uh how to express ourselves, we
Mm-hmm.
Right.
must first see ourselves.
Man,
Right.
hey,
You see
right.
what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah, that's
And
real.
understand that it's an evolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
Mhm.
evolution. So you can only sell out yourself.
Hey, Mike, I got a
Right.
question for
That's
you.
real.
Oh, go ahead, Van. Go ahead.
Nah, because I'll probably take it away.
Great point, my brother. Great
Yes,
point.
sir.
Hey, Hey, Mike, this is just some. We had a conversation the other day, right?
Oh, don't do that.
Before I get. No, hold on. It's because
Don't look into it.
it's a reason. Hold on. Mike, first and foremost, you married, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that right there. So, hey, you remember a while ago, right? It was years ago when me, you, Van, and I think Regis, we was at the center and we had a disagreement. And you remember when you and Regis came outside and you told me, he said, man, if you go with the old way of thinking, you'll be selling out. Do you remember that conversation?
Sure.
And Regis told me you're a reflection of what you stand there and believe on.
That's correct.
That's deep. That's real.
I just want go ahead, man.
I want to say two things. First thing is, like, we keep talking about morals. You know, loyalty has an expiration date. You don't believe loyalty has an expiration date.
Right.
Expiration date, soon as whatever you're loyal to causes you to go against those morals, that's the expiration date of loyalty.
Boom. I like that. I like that. Boom.
So then secondly,
What's up, Terrence Johnson?
So secondly, trigger words. A sellout is a trigger word.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, do you want to sell out or do you want to hold on, how do I want to say?
I'm a hustler. I'm trying to sell out.
Yeah. Everything.
Sell out.
Everything must go. Everything must
That's
go.
a paradigm shift, right, man? That's a paradigm shift.
Mike, you everything must go. Everything must go.
Everything's for sale.
You seen that Mike Epps stand up his latest one? He said, "I'm ready to sell out."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's funny.
Now go ahead, man.
This is when you should sell out. I'll say this last thing. This is when you should sell out, when you know your true value.
Okay. Now,
right? That's when you should be for sale.
Right.
Okay.
But if you selling yourself less than value, then you should. Yeah.
Okay. Now that goes into what I'm going to ask you, Mike. As a grown ass man, when you got married, do you feel like you had to submit in some ways?
Absolutely.
Okay. And as a man and making that choice, do you feel like that made you less than a man to submit?
At the time, yes, but not today.
Submit or sell.
Huh?
You said you feel like it did? You feel like it made you?
Yeah, it is.
At the time, yeah, through my ignorance and lack of wisdom and understanding. But where I'm at today, I would. That's what I was saying about the evolution and selling out. Like you can only sell out yourself. Even with that understanding, I'm not necessarily considering that I'm a sellout, right? I have to have grace on my old self too.
And you
Let me say this though. Let me tap in on that what you said, because this is how I can answer that question right there, Brian and Mike. This is how I can answer that question, man. Like when I understood that, like you said at first, like I said, we playing on something back in the day, you know how it was. But when you get to the point where you mature now, you realize that you got a person that's walking. You know, I ain't fool. I don't care about that. But you worried about what they thinking. But now I realize that love is a strength. Love is a strength, man. You gotta be strong to be able to give a person everything that you giving them from your heart, knowing that you've been through what you've been through in your past, and still you have enough to give them what's left of that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be strong to do that, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you really not selling now. You really having favor on yourself by knowing that you deserve to be loved. A lot of people, they push it away because they might feel it within themselves. Subconsciously, they don't deserve to be loved because they done did some fucked up shit, or they just a fucked up person. If you know you deserve to be loved, you're gonna receive that shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Hey, look, Mike, this for you, Mike. You hear me, Mike? This for you right here. Hey, I remember when I was so scared of love, cuz, and the reason I've been married once, right? And love will change you. You know what I'm saying? Love will literally change. You know what I'm saying? I had two great women in my life. You know what I'm saying? One of them stirred Curly Wick. But I used to tell my friends or anybody that's close to me, I'm like, man, I don't want nobody to love me like that. You know why? Because that love was so pure that it scared me, because anything I ever loved, it hurt me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So and Mike, this is what I'm talking about for self. So I had pushed my family away last year. I was just going through so much. Like, as a man, I'm evolving. I no longer had those old ways. I didn't have those old itches, if I could say, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as I'm evolving, I'm having to be real with myself. You know what I'm saying? And what makes you happy? What gives you your peace? What gives you your understanding? And God showed me this, Mike. I promise to God, this changed my life. I went to the Word of God, and I had read the scripture so many times, but it says this. It says, husband, love your wife as I love the church, right? It said, love your wife as I love the church. And with that understanding, mean God loved me when I was at my worst, y'all. I'm talking about, man, I done some things that I shouldn't even be forgiven of. But it ain't the fact that God loved me. Nigga, I had to love myself. You know what I'm saying? To be even able to know that, man, Brian, you deserve love. You know what I'm saying? You gotta forgive yourself. So when you get real with self, like Mike said, you come to a point like even with my fiance right now, I was like, man, I feel unappreciated in so many ways. But that was me going off my emotions and feelings. You know what I'm saying? When I got real with God, when I got real with myself, I said, you know what? That ain't small enough for the blessing that it brings.
My last relationship, it was kind of the same thing.
Right.
You're praying for things to get better and better, and you want to stick with it because you know relationship has up and downs. You also gotta, like, when I'm praying, God said, man, you gotta love yourself. Either say, do you want to do this, or do you want to be a counselor? You know, do you want a wife, or do you want somebody, you know?
Yeah.
So that right there, that's where that choice came in right there. You had to sell that situation out, not to sell yourself out. That goes back to that too. You know what I'm saying?
What do you feel you deserve? You know?
Yeah.
Know your worth.
Right.
Once you know your worth.
Right.
As a black man,
I feel like I don't deserve for no woman to call me stupid and call me
I'm not dealing with that.
Checking my character. But at some point, I have to love myself enough.
Right.
Hey,
just
hey, y'all.
much I want to love you, I gotta love you enough to let you go so I can love myself.
Sure.
Right.
In Proverbs, it says, it's better to be alone than deal with a boisterous woman. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, bro, this one thing I don't accept anything. I don't get disrespected by nobody, especially the one that says I'm supposed to lean on you when I'm weak. You know what I'm saying? So if you're willing to call me out anything other than what I am, I'm not going for that.
Check this out. Y'all want me to throw a whole wrench in the whole conversation? I know Adam had a wife before Eve.
Yeah, Lily.
Lily.
Yep.
What happened?
He got rid of her. He probably was too disrespectful. Get on somewhere.
Well, here's the thing. She left him. She left him.
Because she knew her worth.
She didn't like missionary.
He's stupid.
That's to a degree. That's probably right. As far as from the metaphysical standpoint,
she didn't like missionary. That's stupid. She didn't like missionary.
Apparently, he wanted her to submit to him in everything rather than walk beside him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. But so he left. If you look at the story from a scope, he left a woman that was going to stand beside him and rule. He wanted to rule over her.
See,
right? Right? He gets another woman that he can rule over.
And he submits.
And guess what happened?
He submitted.
He don't, because they're not side by side.
That's why he fell off.
He was trying to rule over her. You see what I'm saying? And now she done made a grave mistake.
Hey,
You see what I'm saying?
So who sold out then? Who sold out in that situation? Was it him or her?
No, it was him. If you look
Yeah,
at the story from a scope, because he
yeah,
had a woman before that.
yeah.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
he had a
Yeah.
woman before that. That's not even that nobody even mentioned.
Yeah.
You see what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah. A lot of people
Because
don't know about
remember,
Lilith. A lot of people don't know about Lilith.
right? Because remember, it said he made them male and
Yep.
female,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about a man and women already being created. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Men and women were here, in my opinion, before Adam and Eve was even.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
who was gonna kill Cain?
Mm-hmm.
Cain
Right.
said that they're gonna put the Lord had to put a mark on Cain so nobody would kill him. Well, if
Right.
it's only Adam, Eve,
Yeah.
Cain,
Yeah. Right.
and
Right.
that's it.
Right.
You see what
Right.
I'm
So
saying,
who's gonna
man?
kill him? Yeah. 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 You
Who's
right.
gonna kill him?
Yeah.
Hey,
Right. Who's gonna kill this man coming out of this garden or around this
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
anytime you get outside your kingdom, right? If I walk outside my house, right,
Right.
I'm subject to anything outside of my house.
Right.
You right. You can fall into it. You can fall. That temptation can draw you in, whatever. The
Hey,
attraction from whatever it is. I get that.
hey, so why is it the man is to get to the on one knee?
Mm.
Because he
Mm.
should.
Mm.
Man, why? You know why? You know why? He might go, but he should. Why? Because it's showing a level of submittance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
100%.
When you know when you when you equally yoked, right?
Mm.
The scripture say, how can two walk together unless they agree? If
Right.
I'm going left and my woman want to go right, we'll never get to where we're going.
Right.
Here's the
But if
thing too.
we walking in unison, I know what you want. I know you know my thoughts. I know your thoughts.
Right.
If you become one, in order to become one, you have to become one with God. Self.
Yeah.
You have to
Right.
know who you are as a man, because as a man, you know what's worth you compromising, worth you submitting,
Right.
worth you
Right.
worth you coming to a mutual understanding. Man, there's so many words that could go with that, but to open our eyes up, you have to be real with yourself. A lot of us don't know how to be real with ourselves because we never seen me. I'm using me. I never seen a successful marriage. Only to be God open my eyes. Your mom got married and she was with your stepdad 33 years when she passed. You
Right.
just was looking for it in all the ways of the world, what the world may paint it how it looks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I got real with myself, I say, man, that been my motivation my whole life to be living. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
why?
So,
Oh, what you got, Van?
Just saying everything comes down to purpose.
Yeah.
Man,
The
look.
found his value till he finds his purpose.
yep.
The relationship have value till it has a purpose.
Right.
Most of us, relationship, they're together because they was Netflix and chilling, or got caught in a winter storm like me.
Or Corona.
How many Corona babies is it? Nah, for real.
Yeah. But Corona broke a lot of people up too, though. It broke a lot of people up too. So that's how you kind of found out if it was meant to be with that person or not too. If you still with them through that, because when you was with that person all day and all night, because you can't go you got to really deal with who they was, and they got to really deal with who you was. So can I really put up with you all this time? This is gonna really tell. Time gonna tell.
No two
Let me
people.
drop another bomb.
It could be vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Can I drop another bomb after Van?
No two people could deal with each other unless they have a purpose for being with each other.
Sure.
Right.
What Corona was all the purposes or reasons we were together
was right or wrong. Was either right or either wrong.
They were very yeah.
Can I tap into that?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
A reason why us as men, especially in our community, have so up and down relationships, even in long marriages, et cetera, because even though the the man and the woman supposed to walk side by side like Adam and Lilith versus
Right.
one submitting to the other.
Right.
The woman, if you really break it down to it, is the more advanced creature.
They tell us that since we're young.
She's the more advanced creature. You come from the woman, not the other way around.
Man,
unfortunately, that's gonna destroy a lot of people's doctrine,
Can I say something though?
Because I can show you I mean, XX is the chromosome for the.
Let me ask you something, Mike.
For the female.
On a relationship,
X is the female.
I think
Right.
XY is the male.
Right.
Correct. Right. So which one is more advanced?
It's gonna be the female for sure.
If you say anything other than that, I'm gonna have to get out the phone with you.
It's gonna be the female for sure, man. But let me ask you this though. So, okay, now because I want to see, because this is a powerful question too. Okay, let's just say, okay, now God created Adam, you know what I'm saying? So when he created Adam, then he took the woman from his rib, right? Created the woman, blew dust into her. She was a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? So
that's what they.
Would you say allegedly. That's a? Would you say, huh? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, now let's just say that is. Wouldn't that still be powerful? The fact that God might have created a man, he took this woman from this man, right? And then from his rib and made this woman, right? Now a woman is making all men.
That's called cloning.
Yeah, you know, if you really think about it,
that's cloning. Yeah, I know, right? That's cloning. Can they clone people? Can people be cloned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's what that is, right?
They doing it
now.
Watch
this. You can't be cloned. Not you. You see? See? Now you can have a conscience placed inside, because you remember, even you're not your body. Even your body is a digital thing. Your body's a robot.
Right.
Your body's a robot. Right. You're driving a robot right now.
Right. You're only moving it because of your soul. You're right. Come on.
Exactly. You're only moving it because of your soul. Right. Okay. So
the avatar.
Yeah, there we go.
Right. That's exactly right.
Just like an avatar. There we go.
Exactly right. So they can take consciousness out of you
and
put another consciousness in you.
Right.
Hypnotize.
Right. What happened to it? Come on, come back in. We can't hear you.
The same way that you're conscious in a robot right now.
Right.
The same way that they can take a conscience and put it in a body.
Right.
That's hypnotism.
And how did they do it? That's right, Van. Van said it. Hypnotize.
I want to say something to the becoming one.
Okay.
I think one of our biggest misconceptions with that is like the barrier part. If you have one, you have two ones. In order for them to become one, they have to connect, right?
Right.
We both barriers. So there's a class to become one.
Right.
Challenge or whatever the case may be.
What are the barriers?
Relationship, a lot of times we don't make it through that. We got to break those barriers to become one. That that break those barriers, we don't make
find a connection point.
But what are the barriers though? It
could be different for each relationship.
Is it trauma? Or
is
it
Come on, Mike. Yeah.
Is it trauma?
It doesn't necessarily have to be something bad.
Okay. So that's what I was trying to find out, right?
People's vision, hey, everybody, some people might not have the same vision. That could be one of the barriers. Like Brian was saying earlier, if your vision not the same, if you don't see things from the same perspective, like Brian made a point that was so real when he said a successful marriage. When he said he was looking at it on when we was growing up, we was looking at it in the way that they put that, what you say, when you say put that conscious, They gave us a conscious way of thinking, how they want us to think by the way they put things in our mind. Okay, in America, this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get married like this. This is when you got a successful marriage. They didn't talk about how a successful marriage means you're going to go through stuff and still have each other back no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Or that a successful marriage might be you married to 3 people.
That could be, and that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Because they do it all the time in other countries. But the thing is, no matter what we're going through in this marriage, we're not going to put these type of stipulations that this country said is making this marriage successful. The stipulations that they gave us to what successful is not what successful is. Brian was saying successful was the fact that when it was over with, they could say they had 33 years, no matter what happened between that. No matter what happened between the time they met to the end, they was together 33 years. That's success, bro. I don't care what we did in between.
But hold on, because you're losing me. What they tell us a successful marriage was, though.
Happy wife, happy life.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
But, hey, I let out.
So what Van is saying is that you're saying that the 33 years is successful, but the reason why you're saying 33 years is successful is because we have been taught that longevity in marriage is success. But my parents have been married for almost 40 years, and they had to come and visit me in separate cars.
Yeah.
Sometimes. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean?
I was taught there's no recipe for it but purpose. If you are old and you need a pimp and y'all get married, y'all have a successful marriage because y'all benefit each other. Y'all fulfill a service.
Right.
You know, y'all got
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I hear unsuccessful marriages, it's the same as unsuccessful relationships. It's all depending on what they're built on. Like,
to have anything.
You had a nice body, we Netflix and chill, and boom, boom, boom. But there was no substance outside of your body and me liking your body. It wasn't pouring in the meeting. I don't even know what I do. Just know what I'm
Right.
You know, when we get home, we don't really know what each other like, so we just watching TV. We watch TV. You mentally gone or whatever the case may be, because there's no connection.
Right. Go ahead, Brian, because Brian was going to say something.
Success, first off, success is only a state of mind. When we realize that, bro, we're overcome a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? That's the first barrier. Success is only a state of mind. Ain't no two relationships ever gonna be the same. You might go through the same things, but no relationships is never the same, right? Two, for a man to be happy, first we have to find somebody that believes in us. We're not looking for a lot. We want to feel appreciated. You know what I'm saying? We want to feel thought about. We want to, in order for a woman to even feel like you're worthy, for her to lead, you got to be able to be, in order to lead, you first got to be able to follow, cuz. You know what I'm saying? If I'm moving by any which way in the world, that's a double-minded man. I'm not stable in my ways. I can't commit to nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the discipline to even lead because shit, I don't know where I'm going. That's why you say it's like the blind leading the blind. So what I looked at as a happy marriage, I didn't see my mom and them happy because I'm from the outside looking in. But when I sit back and think about it, I'm like, damn, my mom did love that nigga because this, the dynamics of things. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, if something makes you change something about yourself, guess what? That has an impact on you. You love that because how many times have two women could have told you the same thing? One you might have felt worthy to change it, one you might not have. You know what I'm saying? It's on you at your state of mind. It's at whatever state of mind you is at that time. Because I've been hearing the same thing my whole life, but I didn't choose to change it until I met the woman I'm with right now. Because I feel like I didn't need to. You know what I'm saying? I felt like because I didn't have my peace. See me, I have my peace no matter what. She could be going full-fledged angry mode. I don't let that affect me. Why? Because I understand all this, that whatever you're going through, that's what you're going through. I'm not going to let you reflect that on me. You know, we got to know how to have boundaries. Even in relationships, you have to have boundaries. In marriages, you have to have boundaries. Why? Because I know if I overstep this boundary, now I'm disrespecting you, and it ain't in me. I ain't trying to disrespect you, but you got to know how to communicate. You got to have an understanding. You have to be willing to do these things as a man. As a man, you have to be vulnerable, cuz. And we don't like to be vulnerable.
Man, Brian, let me relate. Because what you saying so real. Like I was saying earlier about the 33. Now you just pretty much broke down what was going on between the 33. You might have seen like, man, this nigga right here, why she even fuck? You know what I'm saying? Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Or vice versa. But then she got her reasons on why she feel the way she feel. She got her reason on why, and then he got his reason the way he feel. That's why I say, and the way they try to say successful is like they try to show you the big picket fence life, and they live in this way, and no, it might not be there. You know what I'm saying? Like the struggle and all that in between, and the connection and the communication to keep y'all strong in between is where the success really lies at. The success lies in the way that y'all communicating with each other, the way y'all connecting with each other. Like you said, being able to be submissive and being able to humble yourself in those type of circumstances, even though it might be a circumstance where in any other situation, you'll be like, hell no. Yeah. But you know, like with those boundaries in place, I know that my marriage is successful because I'm respecting your boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And that's what it all boils down to. That's that in between. You know what I'm saying? So most people say you sold out, man, because you and your girl got into an argument, man. Back in the day, you would have cussed her out and walked out and not even know. No, that's growth. No, what happened was I took the time now to understand how she felt. Just like she took the time to understand how I felt. So if I'm selling out because I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to have some understanding from another person's perspective, then if you say I'm a sellout because of that, then that's on you because you ain't grew. Don't be mad at me because I'm grown enough and I have grew enough to the point where I understand that there's certain levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to relationships, bro. You feel me? And you know, back in the day, you know I ain't lying. You know how we would be like, oh, that nigga love. We be like, nigga, I don't love that bitch. No, then as soon as your niggas gone, you'll call him. What you doing? You know? Y'all know I ain't lying. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no front no more. If it's real, bro, you gonna stand on the forefront about what you believe, no matter what a nigga say. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite thing, man, I used to love it. I used to be like, man, I don't make relationships. Back when I was growing up, they didn't want to be in over there. So I'm like, man, I don't make relationships. And man, that just gave, I guess that was the golden ticket, boy. Cause man,
that was all you are, dude. Just for that reason.
I don't got no attack. That's because I ain't have no feelings and emotions, cause I ain't want to show that. So I'm gonna just do my thing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing. Ain't nothing got to come from this. But
for real,
both women that I took serious, I got kids by. I married one, and I'm gonna marry the other one. You know what I'm saying? That's just my morals and principles of who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never just slept with anything. Just because a woman offered me that motherfucker don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it be times, and man, it be times like, even now, man, I get the craziest videos from women, man, around Khalid, man. I'm talking about going ham.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, I'll be sitting with my girl, like, man, look at this shit. Like, man, she tripping. And we can laugh about it because that's my friend at the end of the day. We friends before anything. You know what I'm saying? So when in a relationship, you want to always keep that friendship. Because if you keep that friendship, you got the ability to, let's be honest, and give that person a choice. I don't believe in lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, man, I just serve morals that make me who I am. You know what I mean?
All right,
me too, Mike. I got two. I'm just ending it up.
Let me ask you this, though, Brian. You know what I'm saying? There's some real stuff right here, though. Like, what y'all believe about, like, they say, in relationship wise, like in terms of meeting that person that's for you, you only get, was it 2 or is it 3? You only get 2 or 3 chances in life, like to actually meet that one that kind of fits you. You know what I'm talking about? What you believe about that? Or is it more correlated to like the one that you feel like you can put up with the most? Because, you know, sometimes or what they say soulmate, or you have that person that's like, you would say that connect to you in a spiritual sense. How many of those you think you get? They say you get, I think you get like 2 or 3 tries at that in life. You know what I'm saying? Over expand the life. But would you say most of that is just correlated to like who you feel like you can deal with at the time, or who you really, what's beneficial to y'all together at that time, and maybe you get at least one. I say you at least get one that God might have sent you. You know what I'm saying? That God made that one for you. You know what I mean? At least.
I'm finna tell you some real shit. Every woman I ever slept with, I could see myself being with them in different aspects. You know why? Because it was something about them that draw me to me. I never been just. I always had some type of respect for myself. You know what I mean? So it's at the state of it, you with God. So you know they say people don't get more than one chance of living. Well, I died 3 times. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe. I don't put caps on God. I don't put no cap on God, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, and that's just being honest, cause like I don't really know how to put myself in a box. I can't, cause you don't never know what God to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know. So man, I don't. That's just my belief. That's what I stand on. So
yeah, I feel you. That's real. That's real. That was, you know, that was just something growing up. I always heard people say, man, you only get this many chances at a soulmate, and you know, that's just some stuff that was always in the wind.
Cliche. It's always cliche. Tradition,
you know,
all that. Keep us bounded, keep us in slavery. Man, fuck all that.
Yeah. Already.
Because from day one, I seen my girl. I told, hey, that's both times. Even with my wife, I told my cousin, I said, man, watch me get her. Even with my girl right now, and I told my cousin and my uncle, I said, man, I'm gonna get her. And it was just something about, you know what I'm saying? That's just when I want something, that means I really want it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
that's how I was with my wife, man. Like when I knew what it was.
Saying like, nigga, it's plenty of women that like, nigga, if I went with my girl, like, I'm not nigga in that form, I apologize.
I know
but it's women right now that like, if me and my girl wasn't to work out, I'd be like, man, I'm on her. And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And that's not keeping nothing. That's before I came up to the point where, man, this is who I'm gonna be with, because she balances and completes me all the way. I don't have to be in that mind frame no more than that survivor mentality. If this don't work, that's my bounce back game. Now I know this is gonna work because it don't makes me me. You know what I'm saying? Completes. So man, it's all about you and your mindset. That's what I believe in, bro. I don't put no box on nothing.
Can I say something about what you just said? Because it looked like Van want to say something in a minute. I wanted to say something because in my book I talk about this. I got this one called "Just in Case Relationships," right? So you got a lot of people that's walking around as we speak in just in case relationship. Now let me explain what that is, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna connect. What you just said a minute ago, where you was like, yeah, man, like if I won with my wife, I know I can holler at this chick. And that, I think that goes for all of us. You know what I'm saying? I can holler at this chick.
That's for everybody in the world.
Everybody in the world, yeah. If I didn't holler at her, I can go holler at this chick. I can do whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like you got some people still holding on to what I call them pocket buddies. They got that number, and they got that number ready to speed dial. You know what I'm saying? And if you got that number ready to speed dial, and you know the person that you're supposed to be with, if that's who you're supposed to be with, you shouldn't even have no just in case. It shouldn't be no just in case, because if you bringing just in case into the picture, then you're not fully bringing your 100% to the current relationship. What's up with Kobe Carlton? Yeah, go ahead and touch on it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and you said that you hit it on the head. That's how I knew I was serious. When I cut off this, man, I had this female, y'all, I promise, man. I used to call her my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, faithfully.
Yeah.
And I was messing with her so many years, you know what I'm saying? Because me and my girl would go through, and I cut her ass off, push her away, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna bounce back with that. But when I knew it was serious, I cut her off. I'm like, man, we ain't gonna be able to do this no more. She's like, what? I'm like, man, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made up my mind that I'm not attached to nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I had a fear. I had a fear as a man. I had a fear, like, you know, men, we don't like to be rejected. We want to feel appreciated. It's so many things as a man that you want to experience. But when you start experiencing, you can't run from it. That's what we say. That's where it come in. Like, man, you change. You love. You know what I'm saying? When you start to put your life in proper order. 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says when I became a man. It didn't say when I became a woman. The word of God say a man gonna go out and find a wife. When you find that wife, everything else is obsolete. That don't mean you ain't gonna look at no woman. That don't mean none of that. Quick, get that illusion out y'all mind. People need to get that fake illusion out their mind, bro, because you're still human. You still have human nature.
God made eyes to be attracted to things that's beauty. Just like a woman, she might look at a man and be like, "Dang, he handsome." She might not hawk over the nigga, but she gonna look and say in her mind like, "Dang, that's a handsome looking dude." But then she gonna go about her business. Vice versa with a man. So women need to stop worrying about like, "Oh, why he looking at this girl?" Or why did vice versa.
Both ways.
It go both ways. We have to realize this is what God created. Beautiful things for us to see. It's all about how we let it attach us to it.
Let me say something to that. All right, so we gonna whether it's I'm gonna just put it in general. My mom term she calls half-ass.
Okay.
There is no success in half-assing nothing.
Nope.
Right.
You want
to
go and be an entrepreneur, you will not find success half-assing.
Right. Right.
You have to fully commit to what you want to do, fully commit to it.
Exactly.
Same thing with your relationship. Like you're not gonna get the best out of any relationship until you fully commit.
Yeah.
What does commit mean? It means stand true to what you said. Long after the emotion, the time, and the place you said it in has passed.
Right.
And you have long can you stay committed to it. Then you gotta start looking at life and people in life, right?
Right.
Well, if you can't even commit to yourself,
right,
I expect you to commit to me.
Right.
I mean, by that, show me something you commit to in your life. Commit to making good grades. Commit to having perfect attendance on your job.
Right.
Committed to a diet for 30 days. Show me some form of commitment, or you know how to commit. You know.
Right.
And sometimes you'll be surprised that the only thing someone has ever committed to was
as above, so as below, bro. So, you know what I'm saying?
Let's see what Kobe's saying. He said it has a lot to do with how people was raised too. Some men, women seeing their mom, dad, side chick, or the nigga they whole life.
So they think it's okay. That's real, Kobe. That's real, Kobe. You're right. Right. You're right. But see, that like just like when we go back around to, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna go back since we talking about sell it out. You know what I'm saying? When we started out kicking it off about selling out in relationships and who you with and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to bring Brian. He said it kicked him off. So let's go back to Sierra and who was that? The football player, the quarterback. You know what I'm talking about? Russell Williams. Remember how they was trying to say he was a sellout?
Yeah.
Remember how he started talking about how he was a sellout and all that because how he treated her and this and that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It gets me, man, that another man or woman will call a person a sellout because they're giving a person what that person deserves out of them because they see another person actually giving them their full self to them just as like they receiving it when it comes to relation into like the communication and connection that they have for each other and with each other. You know what I'm saying? They really giving they 100%. Like you said, they not half-assing it, but then all of a sudden you a sellout because you bringing it all to the table. How you wrong for that? You know what I'm saying? How are you selling out because of you doing it the way you supposed to? That's the mature way to do it. That's the conscious, you know what I'm saying, way to do it in the right way. You know what I mean? So I don't understand like why people would say you selling out for that reason. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like a person selling out when they, like I said, they bringing it to the table. They not coming to the table with a just in case mentality. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm also like I believe a lot of season time, you know, when Brian
say that again.
A reason in a lifetime.
Right. You have all that, yeah.
for me, I'm really appreciative of 5 exes and a girl best friend. But I'm really happy for those experiences, right? But some of those girls I really love and really gave my heart to, they were only for a seat.
Yeah.
You know, and the person I was going into, they weren't right for him.
Right.
But then they weren't willing to grow either.
Right.
You know, sometimes when I say a reason to see in a lifetime, some people come into your life just for a reason. So, for example, I had a girl in junior college. She is on our track team, but she was just there to help keep my grades up. So during my junior college, she was there for that. I couldn't try to take her to the next season of my life when I got my scholarship, because it wasn't for her. She didn't have a reason in that area.
Right.
To try to make a reason person, a seasonal person, that wouldn't have worked either. But then when I was in college, I ran track, and I was gonna be a world Olympian. I was going pro. I was So the girl that had my heart then, as much as I love her, as much as she's a great woman, even till this day, she's not for this version.
That version of Van, right? Yeah.
God knows that before, so I got to enjoy her during that season. She taught me a lot. She also taught me some of the things I don't want in a woman. So when I meet my lifetime woman, I'm going to be able to appreciate her on so much more, because I went through these reasonable women. I went through these seasonable women. Woman and be able to appreciate.
Yeah, right.
But also,
and this is my thing. This is my thing, man. And I think this is real important when it comes to relationships, man. You know, you have let me see how to say it. You have people in a relationship that grow from a relationship, and you have people that hold the grudges, right? So the person that I feel like when a person is in a relationship and they holding on to things, if they go a separate way because it's a season, or if it was just, just a reason, whatever, they want a lifetime person, and they hold on to their feelings of how they felt about something. There's a loss and there's a lesson. Let's say it like this. There's the 2 L's, right? There's a loss and a lesson. The person who hold on to the loss, it's going to weigh them down, so they're not going to be able to grow. But the person who get the lesson out of the situation, they going to grow, and they going to be able to take that, and they going to be able to elevate that to their next relationship or whatever happens. So when you got your reason person, then you go through your season person. When a lifetime person come, the lessons that you learn through all that is going to make you equipped and ready for the lifetime. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also from stage 2, I'm also 5. So in essence, that girl I was with in high school, yeah, I was in love with her, but I also didn't know myself.
There you go.
You know,
there you go.
So today, at this level of knowing myself, over these last years, I've only had one relationship of this level of knowing myself. And that relationship, one of the biggest love I got is you can't love nobody more than yourself.
Right.
You know, I can't love you to be with you that you're hurting.
Right.
Sitting here with headache, stressed out because I want to love you.
Yeah.
Not you wanting to love me, or I'm trying to make you a lifetime person when our season is over.
When our season is over. Been there, done that. Been there, done that though.
You know, it's times
being young and dumb. Been there, done it, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people, man, you just gotta know when to cut the cord.
Yeah, bro.
You steady hanging on something that's already gone. Let it go.
Yeah, and like Valentine's Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hang out with that girl and all that. I'm single Valentine's Day now. So you think about relationships. Hey, let me try to boom, boom, boom. Then you gotta say, man, as much as I love her and respect her, I know this about her. But as I know this, and this about her, it conflicts with this, and this part.
About you. Yeah.
So do I love? Let's phase it in different ways. Am I so lonely that I go back to something bad? Do I want something so much, even though it's bad for me? Or do I allow myself to have the feeling, but love myself enough to allow myself to act? You know.
That's real though. That's real. And that'd be a battle too for some people. That's a battle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, man, I've been in relationships, man, where I try to stick around, even though I know, man, I gotta go. I need to really be going. But you know, especially, you know, you got a kid involved, like, damn, let me see if because this is the thing. When I leave, I gotta take everything that I give to my child with me. What I mean by that is, like, if they used to me reading bedtime stories to them at night, if they used to me like waking up with them, making their breakfast, getting them ready for school, whatever it is, when I leave, that's leaving with me. So that's gonna be something I'm taking away from the kid. So going through that, like, that battle was the toughest one, I think, for me, just knowing that, damn, once I leave, this is what's gonna happen. But I also knew that it was more conducive for the health of the child mentally too. Like, you don't need to see this. You don't need to see this unhealthiness in this relationship. And I'd rather love you this way. I love you enough to leave this and give this to you from another aspect, rather than you see this and think this is normal.
Nipsey has two questions I really ask myself. He said, would you rather be at peace with the world than at war with yourself?
Or be at war with the world.
Be at peace with yourself.
And at war with the world. That's the deepest question he could have asked. And I remember when he asked that, and that's the deepest question. And the answer to that is I'd rather be at war with the world and peace with myself, bro.
So
you know,
in a relationship, when I'm talking about loving yourself, would I rather be a relationship at war with yourself, or would I rather be peace within myself, and instead of war,
say that again, because you cut it out.
would I rather be at war in my relationship? I'm sorry. Would I rather have peace in my relationship? I'm at war within myself, or would I rather be at peace within myself by stopping the war? That makes sense.
Yeah, that's real.
I can have that.
That's real, man. That's so real, bro. That's for real. That's so real. Yeah, that's real, man. And I think that's something good for, like, whoever listening to this, man, to pay attention to and understand, because it's a lot of people in just in case relationships, a lot of people in relationships that is really, they hanging on by a string, and they doing it because familiarity. You know what I'm saying? I'm familiar with this person. I'm familiar with, but the love and the real connection ain't there. They doing it because they used to being with this person for so long and all this other stuff. When do you get to the point where you just have to sell that person out to not sell yourself out? You feel me?
That's always the
bam, that's it. Boom. Yeah.
So we want to wrap it up.
Yeah, we wrapping it up, bro. We wrapping it up, man. Man, y'all go check out my book. Don't Think Like Me, Just Think, man. Go to Amazon.com. Check the book out, man. Y'all go get it, man. Don't think like me, just think. You know what I'm saying? Go to aliveshoes.com/meritocracy. These the ones out right now. Y'all got 30 days to get these, man. You know what I'm saying? 30 days. They just came out. If you don't grab them, man, they gonna put them back on the shelf. So, you know what I'm saying? Go to liveshoes.com/drop turners. Go to liveshoes.com/drop-41. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check them out, man. Y'all stay conscious, man. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, shout out to Home Ticket Offer Company. Also, Prosperity. Keep those numbers. Protect what's going in your mind. Protect what's going on. If you don't protect what's coming. And like I like to say, why be average? Right on purpose. Peace.
That's it. Peace, man. We're going to holler at y'all. One.